VTS with Falcon, roll clear to gas, please.
Red Falcon, Southampton VTS received permission to depart Royal Pier for Cows 1600. Traffic information, the Majestic Princess side beside key on 46. Letting go her last lines now, outbound. Over.
That's all received, thank you.
VTS, we're champion.
We're champion, Southampton VTS.
Yeah, VTS, we're champion. Yeah, we're just running down towards the hook now. We're going to head into the small ships, just test the sternway before proceeding back up to the docks. Everything looks okay.
We're champion, Southampton VTS. That's all received, thank you.
Southampton VTS, Discovery.
Discovery, Southampton VTS.
Southampton VTS, Discovery, good afternoon, sir. Can we have permission to test our propulsion, please?
Discovery, Southampton VTS, answer yes.
VTS Discovery, many thanks. We'll call you once we've finished our tests. Speak to you later. Out.
BTS, walk on. Wizard all secure, Vancouver all.
Walk on Wizard, Southampton VTS, that's all received, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, Roger 7, shortly reporting, Town Quay.
Alison McGregor, Southampton VTS, received, thank you. Split 2, Southampton VTS. Split 2, Southampton VTS, that's all received, thank you.
VTS, Majestic Princess, West Southampton.
Majestic Princess, Southampton VTS, received. Traffic information, the Red Osprey, approaching Northwest Netley, inbound, and the Wit Champion at the Hook Buoy, inbound, over.
So received.
BTS, Red Osprey to say Northwest Netley inbound. Permission to carry on, please.
Southampton VTS, answer yes with caution of the Majestic Princess, over.
All copy, thank you.
VTS, Queen Mary 2.
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS.
VTS, Queen Mary 2. Good afternoon to you. Well, here we are, stop side 238.9. Looking good for a 16:30 departure with max of draft 10.3. She's off to New York. Passengers and crew figures.
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS, standing by for passenger and crew figures. Request call again when your vessel ready to depart. There's no immediate traffic movement, so it should affect your vessel's departure. Over.
Roger that.
Pursuitius, Southampton VTS.
Right, I think I'll start that again. Ahoy, shipmates! Lasted software updates. Gosh, it's took me a little while to find that. All sorts of settings had changed. I don't know why software updates insist on changing all your settings. Bane of my life. Anyway, it's all working now. So, where was I? We are watching the departure of the Majestic Princess. And she's off on let's see, where was it? A 12-day round trip. The British Isles, calling it at Falmouth in the UK. Cork in Ireland, Republic of Ireland. Liverpool, back to Liverpool in England. Belfast in Northern Ireland. Greenock in Glasgow in Scotland. Kirkwall in the Orkney Isles, Invergordon in Scotland, round the corner to Leith in Edinburgh, then across the channel for some reason to Le Havre in Paris. Seems like an odd choice to add that at the end, but there we go. That's what they choose to do. Got a good view here down at Queen Mary 2. She's just on the radio, as you probably heard. Shipmate Simon Doyle's back from his, whatever he said it was, 20, did he say 26 days on Queen Mary 2? I can't remember what he said now. I did see it in the chat just when I was whizzing past. I think he said 26 days. He won't know what he wants to do. Now he's back on land. He'll be wobbling all over the place, looking for his land legs and wondering where his butler's gone. Still, I did go down to the yacht club and I rebooted the camera and I rebooted the router, but it doesn't seem to have made much difference, does it? It's still having some funny graphics going on there. Don't know what's going on there. Anyway, if you fancy a cruise similar to that one, there's one here, and I was just looking at it, and it's interesting what Paul says from Solent Ships voyages. He says the balcony is currently cheaper than the inside.
BGS, we're champion. Apologies for the late goal. Just past the hook buoy, inbound for 22.
We're champion, Southampton VTS. That's all received. Thank you.
That's unusual. Have an obstructed balcony, cheaper than inside. I think I'll probably give that a go. Obstructed balcony, 1370. Non-obstructed balcony, 1439. Well, how much an inside is then? We did have it a while back where the inside cabins were more expensive than the balconies. And I think we decided it was something to do with potentially children being on board the vessel and people going from inside because it was safer rather than having balconies. I think it was something like that. Anyway, that's cruise for next year. This one looks interesting. I noticed that she is based in the Americas over the winter. She is in Florida and New York. Is it New York or Florida? Yes, New York for October, November, and then a little bit of Florida. And then she's based in Argentina for December, February. And then comes back here to the port of Southampton. So you could get a cruise on board. It's quite an interesting cruise, this one. So it's overnight in Buenos Aires, then Montevideo, day at sea, and then Rio de Janeiro, and then 9 days at sea. Now that's quite a long time. That's a really long passage. 9 days at sea, then Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, then Lanzarote, then Santa Cruz, then Casablanca in Morocco, then La Coruna, and then back to Port Southampton. 22 nights on board. And Paul says you can add a flight and overnight hotel for approximately £950 per person. There we go. Something to do for February time if you're sick of the dull grey weather in the UK. And then this was the other one I noticed when I was looking down through the list. The ultimate pole-to-pole odyssey. Apart from it's still on a nightly basis reasonable time away, isn't it? Anyway, let's get down to these destinations. Let's see what's going on here. Starting off in Buenos Aires overnight, then Punta Arenas, then Ushuaia, scenic cruising of the Arctic Peninsula for 4 days. Going through the Straits of Wonderfuca. Is that what it is? Down there? Oh, gosh. Stretching my geographic information into my head. Port Stanley in the Falkland Islands. Then back up to Montevideo, Buenos Aires overnight. Montevideo again. And Rio de Janeiro again. Oh, I see. Santa Cruz, then across to Santa Cruz. And then Lanzarote, Tenerife, Casablanca, La Coruna. So it's and then from Southampton all the way to Tromsø overnight, Alta, Trondheim, Ulsund, Bergen, Stavanger, and then Southampton. So that will take you from pole to pole.
The CTS Southampton VTS. That's all received. Epic Boracay, Southampton VTS.
That's quite the cruise, that is, pole to pole.
BGS, Epic Boracay.
Who's Epic Boracay, then?
Epic Boracay, Southampton VTS, traffic information, the Vesuvius in the St. Helens anchorage, now underway, inbound for Southampton. Over.
Understood, thank you.
Well, we've had the passenger and crew numbers. They called in nice and early. In fact, I just literally turned the radio on when the passenger and crew numbers came in. And Majestic Princess is departing with 3,790 passengers on board. So that's about 230 over maximum occupancy. And with a complement of 1,313 crew, so that's about 37 short of maximum crewage. Yes, had some blasted software updates that led me adrift. Basically a combination of Well, I'm actually not sure what it was.
Yes, way champion. Just for your info, we'll duck outside the Greens, the Greenland and the Hound. Let the cruise ship out.
With champion, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Thank you.
I think it was a combination of the graphics card and something, and the OBS, I think, both updated. The graphics card likes to, for some reason, likes to take over all my audio inputs, and then anyway, doesn't matter. I could work it out for a while. I had to go and disable some things, but it's all working now. Next away, shortly, is the Queen Mary 2. She is away at what time is she away? She's due away at past. Who we got in the chat to? I see Shipmate Simon Doyle's there. Who we got? Oi there, Donna, the extra lass. Oi there, Lulu. Oi there, Pack Andrew. Oi there, Pat Luckett. Yeah, that Luckett. We did have a bit of a horn, but that wasn't a princess horn, was it? What's happened to the princess horn? There definitely wasn't any cornish from Princess in a sort of princessy way. They need to sort their act out. I talked to the Princess rep, and he was surprised that they didn't honk it sometimes. I said, no, sometimes they don't. You don't hear it. I definitely should have heard it today. You can normally always hear the Princess horns. They're normally one of the louder horns in port. Well, there's Simon Doyle. He's back after his 26 days on Queen Mary 2. He'll be snapping his fingers for the butler, and butler won't be there. Or there's Simon Bolton. Or there Andrew. Or there Nicholas Saul. Yeah, sorry, thank you for telling me you couldn't hear me. I was having lots of technical problems. Or there Georgina Stevenson. Or there Deborah Speller. I think I've got everyone now. Yeah, I think I've got everyone. If I've missed anyone, apologies. Oh, there Caroline Andy. Yeah, I went down to the sailing club last night and rebooted the router, but that didn't seem to make a difference, has it? I didn't test it. I would have thought that was the solution to the problem. I rebooted the camera, rebooted the router, but still having some funny glitches on the graphics. I believe it's some sort of networking issue somewhere. Maybe my end. It doesn't affect the other cameras. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's a very interesting cruise on Majestic Princess there. Pole to pole. So what are we looking at? So £5,000 for inside, £7,000. You'd have to go for a balcony, wouldn't you, really? If you're going all that way, I think you'd want a balcony. Pole to pole. Amazing. Anyway, how about something a little more realistic? Search for the Northern Lights. Southampton, a couple of days at sea. Ålesund in Norway. Trondheim in Norway. Tromsø overnight. Alta overnight. Back down to Mold. And back to Port Southampton. 14 nights, and that's March of next year. Inside from £2,000. A balcony from £3,003. Where would you go on that one? Would you go for a balcony? Oh, well, Shipmate Caroline Adios. We heard her playing her tune from the Love Boat at Dockhead in Burselton. Well, that's really odd. I mean, I didn't, unless I was too busy concentrating. But the weather. I mean, the wind is perfect direction to blow the horns my way to the microphone. I wonder why I didn't hear it then. Maybe I was just too busy shouting at software, I suspect. Shouting at software updates. That's probably what the captain was doing. And in case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting to you live and direct from the Port of Southampton, with a sort of 90% success rate most of the time. Looks like some linesmen are there, ready to slip the lines on QM2. Got a good view of her. It's not often we get a good view. There's always something else parked in between. But it will whiz back to, not Arvia. Not Arvia. There we go. Majestic Princess. Well, the shipmate Joshua Tarrant, I think he says he's been accepted as a crew member on Queen Anne. It's the last time watching the stream. Now, I'm sure you can watch the stream on board, shipmate. I know shipmates who watch the live streams. Just have to make sure your boss doesn't find out that you're watching it. Keeping an eye on the lines on Queen Mary 2. There we go. That's Search for the Northern Lights. Which one of these cruises would I take? Search for the Northern Lights, Ultimate Pole-to-Pole Odyssey, South American Passage, or Ireland and England. I think I'll probably skip Ireland and England if I'm honest. South American Passage is tempting. It looks like Wick Champion there, local bunkering vessel. Also getting very busy. One of the ferries is coming along as well. Do you know what? Quite like the Ultimate Pole-to-Pole Odyssey. 53 nights on board. Could I vlog for 53 nights, 53 days straight? You'd know the ship well, wouldn't you? After 53 days, that's for sure. You'd probably know every corner of it.
Southampton VTS, motor vessel Hawk Moonlight calling over.
Hawk Moonlight, Southampton VTS.
Good afternoon, sir. Now 30 minutes notice before departure, and the pilot are already on board. Over.
Hawk Moonlight, Southampton VTS. That's all received. Half an hour notice, and your pilot's already on board. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Over.
Sounds like a young trainee. Very good on the radio there. In fact, I think the best one we had.
Red Eagle, Southampton VTS. That's all received. Traffic information. The Majestic Princess past the Cadland Buoy. Outbound is a clear channel vessel. Over.
I think one of the best radio that I've heard, apart from the training ship Prolific, as they train people to use the radio, so their radio mannerisms are perfect. I think it was a Korean or Asian or something ro-ro vessel, I seem to remember. And there was a lady on board on the radio, and she is absolutely textbook. It was very good. She's very slow, very clear, said all the right things, signed off appropriately. Very good. It's not often you hear that. He was quite good as well. He was quite clear. Obviously, if you're local and you're on it all the time, I suspect you get a bit more lax. And I see shipmates are talking about hiding in the toilets to watch the ship's TV. Well, I can't sort of condone that sort of activity, but whatever you can do to get away with it. Shipmate Andy W says that pole-to-pole, think of the heating bill yourself. I know, it's a serious consideration, isn't it? So you think that's... Oh, Queen Mary's on the radio making squeaking noises. It is a serious consideration. So it is about £100 a night, isn't it?
BTS, Queen Mary 2.
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS.
Yes, it's in a position to depart now. If we get permission to leave.
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS. Permission to depart 38-9 Bertha 1632. Question, where do you intend to swing? Over.
We're going to lift off here, come up to the middle swing ground off the ocean dock there, swing the vessel to starboard and proceed out.
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS, that's all received.
Oh, excellent. She's coming up to the middle swing ground. Oh, I like it when she did that the other day. Rather than reversing around Dockhead, we get a much better view of her when she comes up here. Thank you. Excellent. Good, good, good. Yes, no, it's a serious consideration. So it's basically £100 a night if you go for an inside cabin. Obviously, you've got to get to Buenos Aires, haven't you? I'm guessing that got to get a flight. So anyway, it's £100 a night. You've got no heating bill. You can turn the heating off, turn the fridge freezer off, turn the alarm clock radio off, turn all the electricity off home. You'll have no electricity costs, no heating costs. £100 a day. I mean, eating out every day. No, you might have some laundry to do for 53 nights. So yeah, I mean, if you look at it that point of view, it is a potential saving. I like how we can math and justify our cruises by saving on the heating bill. Excellent. Which shipmate was that then? Mentioned that. Andy W. Clearly a man who can justify anything. The Majestic Princess heading down Southampton Water. Apparently one missed the horns. Slightly annoying. I don't know how. Like I say, I was probably using some blue words towards my computer and developers of updates. Some choice words. But there you go. Ultimate Polterpole.
UTS, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Traffic information, the Epic Boracay past North Sturbridge outbound, and the Whittonia past the East Bramble outbound for Portsmouth, over.
Oh, Paul from Solent Ships Voyages is expanding.
This UTS, Southampton VTS, the Calshot tide gauge reading 4.26, over.
It's expanding our money-saving idea.
BTS, Lomax, us away from 45 berth, round to 35 berth for departure of the Hope Moonlight.
Lomax, Southampton VTS, that's all received, thank you.
He's expanding on our man mass. We could park the car on the driveway, declare it sawn, yeah, and car insurance. Yeah, ooh, yeah. No, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, you still need car insurance. Yeah, I'm thinking you might. Wonder if you could let a room out.
Southampton VTS, Discovery.
Let a room out in your home for a couple of weeks.
Discovery, Southampton VTS.
Hello again, sir. We've finished with our steering and propulsion checks now. It's all boxed off.
Discovery, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Thank you.
Smash and speak to you tomorrow. Discovery out.
So I've had a couple of lines come in so far.
Lifeboat, Southampton VTS.
Southampton Lifeboat.
Southampton Lifeboat, question, what's your current position? Over.
Passing Dockhead, over.
Passing Dockhead.
Southampton Lifeboat, Southampton VTS, permission to enter the Empress Dock. Traffic information, the Wit Champion bunker tanker approaching northwest Netley, bound for 22 berths, over.
Interesting. Gone in, Standard Lifeboat, gone into Empress Dock. Now you can see the bow thrusters just starting up on Queen Mary 2. She is off to New York, I believe. Let's just check my information. Don't want to give you any false information. A 7-day one-way trip to New York.
VTS, Queen Mary 2.
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS.
VTS, first question. The WIT champion, where's she going, please?
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS. The WIT champion is bound for 22 berths in the Empress dock.
Okay, so received, and I've got passenger and crew figures for you if you're ready.
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS. I'm
Good old honks there for Queen Mary 2. I'm surprised I didn't hear the Majestic Princess. Excellent. I was hoping someone was going to write down crew numbers down there. Marvellous. Excellent spanner. Monty's on the game. 2,546 passengers. Crew 1,235. What does that make then? Looks like she's about 200 under maximum double occupancy for this transatlantic voyage. Seven days, one way to New York, and then she's returning straight afterwards. You can do it, it's 14 days. You can go to New York and back. I think all the lines are down. Are all the lines down?
VTS, the Majestic Princess, just approaching the hook out, main channels to the east.
Majestic Princess, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Traffic information, the next pilot boarding, the Ardmore Eden at 18:30 at the nav host.
That's all received, thank you.
Yeah, some good horns for Queen Mary 2. She's got a good blaster. Very distinctive as well. Got a sort of... It must have like two horns. It's got a sort of ripple sound to it.
Bargate, Southampton VTS.
VTS Bargate, good afternoon to you. For freight rating 37, round to the departure of Hogue Moonlight.
Bargate, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Traffic information, the WIT champion approaching Western Shelf, inbound for the Empress dock.
VTS Bargate, all received, thank you.
There you go, you can see that bow thruster.
VTS, Epic Boracay, port side, disembarking in the next few minutes, and the vessel will be north and east of the town.
Just at the bottom of the screen there.
Epic Boracay, Southampton VTS, that's all received. There's no reported inbound traffic at this time.
Oh, I can see quite a few shipmates
Thank you.
on the top deck. There's a public area just under the bridge.
Hello, Southampton VTS.
There you go. It's a public area just under the bridge. You get a fantastic view looking forwards there. That's the bridge above, that black area, that black going all the way across. So that's where the captain is driving it, and all the officers and navigator and various different crew members. Oh, I can see some flaring going on at Fawley. There'll be complaints over there about that. Observation deck.
Southampton VTS, the Hogue Moonlight.
Hogue Moonlight, Southampton VTS.
Yeah, VTS, the Hogue Moonlight. Good afternoon. We're all closed up here on 35. Just waiting for our tugs to turn up. She's 9.6, outward bound for Antwerp, 22 plus myself on board.
Moonlight, Hogue Moonlight, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Request to call again when your vessel singled up, ready to depart. Traffic information, the Queen Mary 2, away from 38-9 berth, will swing south of Ocean Dock and then be outbound. Over.
Understood.
Well, shipmate Fran. She says he's enjoying the last departure of Queen Mary 2 with my son working on board. Looking forward to seeing him after 15 weeks away. Aha! Shipmate Fran, what does your son do on board? Sounds like he might have quite an important job. You can see it absolutely packed on the observation deck there, right at the front. Well, the shipmate Daniel's life. It's one of our tug drivers. Well, the shipmate None Mads. It's all about Disney Dream. Yeah, Disney Dream. She's here, I think, in a week's time. I may well live stream her arrival. I know how she's a favourite amongst many of the shipmates. In fact, we often get a crowd in port for the departure of Queen Mary 2, but we get a super large crowd for the Disney ships.
Yeah, VHS, we're talking.
Anyway, fancy cruise on Queen Mary 2. This is another transatlantic one. Abbey Road at Sea. Paul's telling me that quite a few.
Are you North Channel, are you?
Paul's telling me that quite a few of the transatlantic cruises have a special event going on. So they have all sorts of things going on, music-based or information. I can't remember now what Paul was telling me. But there are quite a few, aren't there, Paul? You'll probably tell me in the chat. This one is for October this year. $7.49 for an inside. $9.99 for a balcony. It's an Abbey Road Cunard event. You still see her bow thruster working along the bottom there, pushing her about. Shipmate Ace's Odyssey says, it's my Disney dream to go on a Disney cruise. Well, if you want to go on a cruise on a Disney ship, just contact Paul from Solent Ships Voyages and he'll help you out. Paul says, Queen Victoria's off for a major refit in October this year for 3 weeks. What else? Oh, Dance the Atlantic. Experience ballet like never before. Interesting. Swept away with extraordinary performances by the English National Ballet. Alrighty. Literature Festival in November. Encounter esteemed authors, journalists as you glide across the mighty Atlantic on this special event voyage from New York. See, I mean, there's quite a lot of special events. I was quite impressed by that. Because it gives you something to do on a sea days. You are at sea for 7 days. I do like it when she comes up to the middle swing ground here. I'm sure she'd go around the dock head a bit more. So what's this one? Spain, Portugal, North Africa from February next year. 2,000 for an inside. Where does that call that? Day at sea, Ferrol. A couple of days at sea, Funchal in Madeira overnight. A couple of days at sea, Dakar in Senegal. Mindelo St. Vincent in Cape Verde overnight. couple of days at sea. Tenerife, Lanzarote, day at sea. Lisbon, couple of days at sea. Back to the port of Southampton. That's from February. How about the fjords? The fjords on Queen Mary 2. And it calls in at Hamburg, Olsen, Olden, Invikfjorden and Nordfjord, Skolden, Lustrafjorden and Songenfjord, Stavanger, day at sea, Hamburg twice. No, day at sea, Cherbourg, Southampton.
Southampton VTS, yes, the Majestic Princess at the Cowshot turn outbound, clear channel, and the Queen Mary 2 underway from 38.9, still to swing, then outbound. The Hogue Moonlight planned departure 1700 from 35 berth, over.
I bet that's popping into Hamburg twice to pick up the Germans and then drop them off on the way back. For the German market. Very good. London Theatre at Sea. There you go, that's another one. And Wellness at Sea. Oh, they've already happened this year. We've missed those. Just noticing that the Majestic Princess is down about just turning around Cowshot Spit. It's found a little bit of patch of sun down there.
Southampton BTS, Epic Boracay, 9 Victor 7141.
Epic Boracay, Southampton VTS.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. For your information, pilot already disembarked. Around 1648, over.
Epic Boracay, Southampton VTS, that's all received. There's no reported inbound traffic to affect your vessel at this time, over.
No inbound traffic at this time, thank you.
Southampton VTS, this is Yacht Pixis, over.
Yacht Pixis, Southampton VTS.
Oh, good afternoon. We would like to head up the test towards Southampton Town Quay. Could you advise if the Queen Mary is going up to the container port to swing so that we can continue on our way, or should we lurk and wait for her? Over.
Pixis, Southampton VTS, information, the Queen Mary 2 will swing south of the ocean dock and then be outbound. Advice to keep well clear of her manoeuvre, over.
That's copied. Thanks very much for the information. Pixis out.
I think Pixis is a little tiny sailboat. I'm just trying to find her. She's on one of the ship trackers, but I can't, so there's no picture of her. I think she's a little sailboat. I just saw an itching then. Not on marine traffic. Yeah, I think... no, she's gone now. Anyway, very kind of her to radio in. Don't know how big she was. Very, normally they don't bother.
BTS, Hogue Moonlight.
Hogue Moonlight, Southampton VTS.
Well, we're ready to go. We're singled up. Permission to leave?
No. Where's Hogue Moonlight?
Hogue Moonlight, Southampton VTS, request wait until the Queen Mary 2 has swung and is clear of dockhead. Call again for permission then, over.
With all due respect, the Queen is still pointing the wrong way. That'll be a long delay.
Oh, he's got a point. He's sort of pointing the wrong way.
Hogue Moonlight, Southampton BTS, advice we will stick to the plan. The Queen Mary 2 will swing and then your vessel can depart, over.
Okay, vessel remain alongside.
I don't think he was desperately impressed by that. I think he was looking to slip out. I mean, to be honest, he's got a point. Hogue Moonlight. It's just over here. Oh, come on. Why is everything going so slow today? Having technological nightmares, shipmates. Now, the Hogue Moonlight is just over here, so the tugs are in attendance. And, you know, in reality, He has got a bit of a point. The Queen Mary 2 isn't really facing the right direction at the moment. She hasn't even swung. She's not even moving very fast. Yeah, so obviously the Hook Moonlight is here. So all he's got to do is the tugs will slip away and they'll break off here and he'll shoot on out. And the Queen Mary 2's still got to head up here a bit more and actually start to swing. But anyway. As you see, she's not really moving very quickly. Taking his time, the captain. Yes, entertaining exchange on the radio. I think sometimes these pilots want to hurry things up a bit. I want to get back home for tea, I guess.
Southampton VTS, Southampton lifeboat, over.
Oh, Southampton lifeboat.
Southampton lifeboat, Southampton VTS.
Southampton VTS, that is us finished in an Empress dock. Just to be aware, we are leaving with Rib Endeavour and Rib Enterprise, as well as Southampton lifeboat. Rib to be returning at around 21:30 this evening, over.
Southampton lifeboat, Southampton VTS, that's all received, thank you.
I don't know what they were doing. Let's see if we can see the Southampton lifeboat. Should be able to see them on Itching Cam. We can see into the Empress dock. If I remembered which preset number that was. Which apparently I don't. Just have to do it manually.
VTS, Red Eagle, that's hooking.
Red Eagle, Southampton VTS, that's all received. Traffic information, the Queen Mary 2, swinging south of Ocean Dock, then outbound.
That's all covered, thank you.
Oh, looks like she started swinging now. Give it a little spin.
VTS, UKDC line.
UKDC line, VTS.
Good afternoon, ma'am. If your permission and if possible, can I nip around to 24 berths and take some fresh water for half an hour?
Line VTS, traffic information, the Wit Champion's just moving in the Empress. Once she's made fast alongside, pull VTS back, so give us about 10-15 minutes.
All right, Champion, thank you.
Tug Lomax, this is Rib Endeavour, over.
Rib Endeavour, Lomax, hello.
Lomax Endeavour, good afternoon. We're just leaving Empress Dock, just the two ribs off your starboard side. Are you happy for us to come astern of you and head up the Itchen, over?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Thanks for getting.
There you go. It sounds like the ribs are coming out. I'm trying to get the Itching Camo to have a look, but it's proving itself to be very slow at control. It's just a very poor quality of internet down at Itching at Southampton Sailing Club. Sometimes it's bearable, and other times it's really unbearable. Today it's in the unbearable stage. There she is, turning towards us now. So there you go. Cruise on the fjords on Queen Mary 2. It's not as bad as I thought. 12 nights, 1749 for an inside, or 2,700 for a balcony. You'd have to ask a couple of our local experts about which cabins they would suggest. Shipmate Simon Doyle's back on Queen Mary 2 in 14 days' time. Blimey. Lovely view looking at Queen Mary 2. Definitely one of the prettiest ships, cruise ships in port, if not the prettiest, I would suggest. Get a good view of the wing bridge there. That's the, you can see those shipmates on the observation area just below the bridge. Spain and Portugal. Oh, 3rd of May next year. $8.99 or $12.49. And that's for 7 nights. Couple of days at sea. Lisbon overnight. Vigo in Spain. Back to Southampton. Unusual. Just slightly different. Can we see that rib? No, it's just not working, is it? Oh my, just need better internet connection.
BTS, Red Osprey, good afternoon. Shortly departing Royal Pier for Cows, please, and you see the Queen Mary swing in.
Red Osprey, BTS, good afternoon, all received, thank you. Docker tidal edge 4.12 on the flood.
That's all copied, thank you.
Steer trader, Sam to BTS.
Oh, well, the shipmates, Pearl says they'll be on Arvia on Sunday. Can't wait. Have 2 flags waiting for you. Ooh, excellent. Hopefully they're not confusing Welsh counties, because I've not revised my Welsh counties. I'm not exactly very good on the English counties. Welsh counties are more tricky. Then you've got the Scottish counties and then Northern Irish counties. There's a whole area of counties that I've not revised. Shipmate James Dawson, he says, if you want a balcony cabin for a reasonable price, deck 8, obstructed view, or if you want a sheltered balcony, they are slightly bigger than the other balconies, square footage-wise. Ah, yes, I remember seeing that. But the sheltered balconies are the square cutouts in the hull. That's right. Oh, in fact, we have a little look. He's talking about down here, isn't he? The obstructed... Down there, those ones, I think that's what you're talking about, aren't you? Oh, yes, I can see a shipmate in one of them now. I wouldn't mind. That would probably work wonders for me, actually, a little obstructed balcony. Just have to get Paul from Solent Ships Voyages to sort me out a complimentary cruise. See if he can wangle it with the press department. Oh no, Pearl's got a couple of Welsh flags. Oh, I think it's the only one I know, because it was the first one. It was the one with 3 or 4 birds on it. I think that was Monmouthshire or something. Oh, I don't know. I will have to revise my Welsh counties. The Majestic Princess, she's just cruising past the Isle of Wight. And the Queen Mary 2 here is generating some bow chowder for the hungry seagulls. Oh yeah, there's a few shipmates in their balconies there. Yeah, see if you can get onto the Cunard press department and tell them you've got a YouTuber who needs a complimentary cabin. Certainly making a slow progress of this. We spent like half an hour spinning. I mean, some of the ships just seem to whiz round in no time at all. Maybe he doesn't want to spill the rum-based drinks on board. Shipmate Simon Dawes says not a lot is complimentary on Majestic. Yeah, I guessed as much. No, I don't get anything complimentary, unfortunately. A few ship visits I've had, I guess. I guess they're complimentary. I don't go anywhere though. Try and sort that out. Shipmate James Dawson, I think the flags are on Arvia this weekend. You want to brush up on your vexology. Maybe the pilots aren't getting on with each other. You will wait for me, young man. Well, there's shipmate Hans Olaf Bork. It's our shipmate from up in Norway. Shipmate Simon Dawes says Azipod down. I don't know. Is there still an Azipod down? I think no. I didn't hear. Normally they have to give faults on the radio, but I didn't hear anything. Although I have had issues, my own technical issues, so could be an Azipod down. But yeah, maybe.
Up.
All received, thank you.
Yeah, VTS, Mercurius, that's us finished shifting the Eleanor. We're just going to stand by to glow the sky, sailing at 1800.
Shifting the Eleanor? What's wrong with Eleanor?
Mercurius, VTS, all copy, thank you. Okay, I can see you in the ocean dock. All received, thank you.
Thank you.
VTS, Red Jet 7, approaching the Hive line, permission to carry on at speed with caution for the Queen Mary 2. Also, can I have a dockhead tide gauge, please?
7 VTS, yes, proceed.
So the VTS building is this one here. So they can see directly the ships in the ocean dock. This is the ocean dock here, 46 berth. So there's this Fitz Mercurius that said it's just finished shifting the Eleanor. I think that's what they said. I'm not sure what's going on there. But there was one occasion when the cruise ship said something like, I don't know, they were dropping their lines. They said, oh, signaling up, getting ready to go. And then the person at VTS said, I've just looked out my window and you've still got your air bridge connected. You might want to disconnect that first, or something along those lines. Because they've obviously can see right down the side of the ship. Oh, it looks like the Queen Mary 2 has finished her spin. Still an Azipod down, is she? James Wilson, yes. Azipod down since last September. It's being replaced when she dries docked next year. Wow. I wonder if that's impacted her speed. Well, obviously not. She's still crossing the Atlantic in 7 days. How many Azipods does she have? I think she has 4, if I remember correctly. Yes, 4 Azipods. Azipods are little pods on the bottom of the ship that spin round with the propellers on them. I'll whip a picture up and show you, in case you're curious. Not like conventional propellers where they come out of the back of the ship just on one shaft. They're on little pods that spin round, like this. So effectively these are big electric motors with propellers on them, and they spin around. And one of them, apparently on Queen Mary 2, is out of commission. It means she's still got 3, so that might reduce her top speed by a bit, or perhaps she's designed to be able to cope with being one Azipod down. Shipmate James also says one of the movable ones that are broken. Ah. That would explain why manoeuvring is a problem then. So, oh yes, I should probably have said that.
Southampton VTS, this is Glovis Sky, please come in, sir.
So I'd probably say that these two rear azipods move around, but the ones in the front don't. So yes, if you've lost one of those, could be an issue.
Southampton VTS, I can confirm your sailing time 1800. Pilot will be on board 30 minutes before from shoreside.
Copy that, ma'am. Pilot on board on 30 minutes by now and on shoreside. Thank you, ma'am.
Shipmate Lisa Sargent there, or correcting the language. There are 2 azipods and 2 fixie pods. Maybe they're just pods, I suppose, aren't they? Fixie pods.
Ningbo Express, to VTS.
She can still lose 1 and still maintain 20 plus knots.
Express, to VTS, channel 0909.
Yes, I'm not sure what's involved in fixing the azipod. I'm guessing it's an underwater issue, hence why she's waiting until she dry docks. Probably water's got into the motor, I expect. That'd be my thoughts. Shipmate James Dawson with all the information. I'm not quite sure where he gets it from, but he's got his ear to the ground. He says they thought they had it, but it keeps intermittently playing up. It can't manoeuvre a full rotation. There we go. All the information on Queen Mary 2 and her intermittent azipod.
Home Moonlight, Southampton VTS.
Oh, eventually Queen Mary 2 has turned around. She's off on a 7-day transatlantic to New York. Queen Mary 2 built in 2004.
VTS, Hogue Moonlight.
Getting on a bit.
Moonlight, Southampton VTS, would you like traffic clearance?
Yes, I think.
Queen Mary hasn't cleared dockhead yet.
That's fair enough, but you have it. 1710 from 35 berth outbound when you want it.
Aye, thank you.
There we go, that's the...
Yes, the Queen Mary 2. Where's Shep out now? Even to you, Gemma.
Queen Mary 2, VTS, all received. Good evening. Thank you. Just the freight traffic for you at the moment.
Thank you.
So the Queen Mary 2, it does have spare propeller blades on her bow there. Oh, let's see what, there's a lot of...
Hello, BTS copied, thank you. Traffic information with Tonia. She is slowly proceeding over the Slosh Bay for Portsmouth.
Look at that, there's quite a few shipmates on the stern of Queen Mary 2 there. Enjoying this wonderful weather for this sail away before heading transatlantic. Well, the shipmate Spike, he's all here from work. Very distinctive silhouette of Queen Mary 2. Not really similar to any other ship we have in port. I suppose, do you know what nearest?
Southampton VTS.
Nearest ship, well, I think might be perhaps the Disney ships. They are quite ship-like, very pointy, with the blue hull. Paul was showing me some pictures of a cruise ship that we have leaving Portsmouth later today. That's the Mira, I think it is. Let me check. You're leaving Portsmouth at 8 o'clock, so I probably won't be covering that. I need to head to the galley. Yeah, the cruise ship Amira, and she used to be an old Cunard ship. And you can't really see it there. Hang on, let me do something else. Let's go with it. No, you go there. Have a look at the tug, Lomax. Let me move that picture around over there. There we go. I think this will be better now. There we go. So yes, this used to be apparently a Cunard ship. I don't remember the name. I think he said something like Viking Sky or something. It was a Viking cruise ship, and then it was a Cunard ship. But I thought there was some resemblance there to Queen Mary 2, with the rounded stern and sort of a bit of a pointy front. Not quite so boxy, but quite a small vessel. Looks like the ferry couldn't wait any longer. It's taken the leap to speed out in front of Queen Mary 2.
UKDC line, Southampton VTS.
VTS sea line, sorry about that, ma'am. I didn't hear the other station. Just let go 29, moving around to the Empress to take water.
Line, Southampton VTS, that's all understood, thank you. Just so you're aware, the Home Moonlight has traffic clearance from 35 berth, but he should be outbound.
Yeah, champion, thank you.
Oh, the Shipmates Sussex Ray enthusiast says she's ex-Holland America line. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Paul was telling me all that information this morning.
Olivia, Southampton VTS. Mass Monty Olivia, Southampton VTS. Full VTS, please, when you're 10 nautical miles from the nav tower.
Got the two ferries crossing. They must be crossing either side of each other.
Southampton VTS, ready, go at Northwest Nelly, request to maintain speed, please.
Yes, traffic clearance to proceed. Traffic information. Oh, Moonlight, sorry, just lifting off the steady 5.
That's all, ma'am, thank you.
Yeah, so we've got the Queen Mary 2 in the middle here. The Red Osprey on the starboard side and the Red Eagle on the port side. It's a very thin Queen Mary sandwich there.
Queen Mary 2, Southampton VTS.
It looks like we've got lots of interesting information about flags and royal warrants.
Queen Mary 2.
Huge apologies. Traffic information, Vesuvius, East Brambles, inward bound, North Channel for Esso. He'll go east of the Hook and reach if required.
Roger that, thank you.
Oh, what's going in? Anchor, I imagine. Yeah, Vesuvius. A little tanker. He's in the North Channel.
Red Eagle, the Hogue Moonlight.
There we go. There's the North Channel.
Hold Moonlight, ready,
It's low, yeah.
Afternoon to you. Yeah, you push on through. I'm holding for you.
That's much appreciated, sir. Thank you.
There's a little... There she is there. Vesuvius. There's the Hogue Moonlight. Slowly being tugged away.
Cows, BTS traffic information, Majestic Princess, southeast right middle, outward bound.
Shipmates Itch William says, "Hear you smoking, Captain?" No, not smoking. I've got a icy beverage. It would be very smoky in my cabin. It's not a very big cabin. A hot cabin. I'm back up to 28 centigrade now in the old cabin.
Toronto Express to BTS.
Yes, apparently big flag on Queen Mary. That's right. It was excellent. Certainly stood out. So what's... I think shipmate Fran's saying that she was given a royal warrant to fly a blue ensign. Normally red ensign. Apparently got to have something about the level of a commander on board or something for the colour of the flag. Not... what's the speed differential here then? look like much, does it? Red Osprey 11.8 knots and Queen Mary 2 11.4 knots. Well, not much in it. I think Queen Mary 2 will open up the taps and go past. To be honest, it's looking close. Shipmate Jupiter and Sea Head trolling at its best. Yeah. I think someone else said in the chat as well. The Red Arrows managed to make a American Stars and Stripes flag with their smoke in the sky, and apparently the Blue Angels can't do that. Taking a leaf out of King Charles' book, haven't they? Poking fun at the Americans. So there's the Hogue Moonlight. She's steadily off. Queen Mary 2 heading down south of the water. Water's looking beautiful colour down there. That's the you could hear the UKDC line down there. There she goes. She's popped in for some water apparently. Probably run out of water for a cup of tea. Very important. I think it must be the angles. Oh, it's a sailboat there. I wonder which one that is. If that wasn't on the radio earlier. Oh, putting their anchor down. To hold stations before you put your anchor down. There you go. Is the Queen Mary 2 looming large in the ferry's rear window, rear view mirror.
BTS, the Bargate.
Bargate, BTS.
BTS Bargate. Good evening to you. We'll finish with the Hogue Moonlight heading round to 44th and sailing the Global Sky.
We'll be seeing, thank you.
Shipmate Simon Dawes just sent me a picture. Let's have a look. What's he sent me? Picture of the flag. Ah, yes. I'll show that. So I'll show that to everyone. Oh yeah, that's a whopper. This was the very large blue ensign that was flying on the stern of Queen Mary 2 during the 250-year celebrations over in New York that I had a bit on our live stream. So there it is there. And it is a whopper. Don't know if you can quite appreciate how big it is, but yeah, that's a big whopper. Not normally quite that large. Don't know where they got that from. Oh, ferry is... That's what's happening in the ferry race. So currently, Red Osprey's up the game now. 12.4 knots for Red Osprey. 11 knots for Queen Mary 2. Oh, she's just knocked it down a touch. Yeah, Southampton water looking quite calm. What's going on over on the Isle of Wight? Lots of yachts out there off of Cowes. A bit of racing going on. Probably a perfect day for a bit of a spots. Spotter sailing out on this Solent. I reckon we might have a decent sunset this evening as well. Right, so that's Queen Mary 2 heading off to New York. Got a couple of 7 days over to New York, back. There's a little trip to Hamburg. She's over. What is she doing? Oh, transatlantic and Norway. Doing that later in August. Lots of cruises. Oh, she's going to be up in Quebec for a couple of cruises up in October.
Roger 7, VTS afternoon, traffic information, home moonlight, dockhead. Outward bound Queen, Mary 2 approaching the Cadland, outward bound to She'll be clear channel. The Vesuvius approaching Hill Head is inbound for Esso. She'll go out of the channel as required for the Queen Mary 2.
That's all copies, thank you.
Yeah, they're trying to think. I think probably the next. Well, I was going to say the next exciting thing. Let me rephrase that. Every day is an exciting day on the Solent Ships YouTube channel, but probably the next big event will be the Disney Dream arriving on next Monday.
BTS, Lomax, that's us finished with the Hope Moonlight, back to Forley.
Lomax, BTS all copy, thank you.
People posting on the Discord. Let's have a look. Pictures of flags. Do you like our vexology? Oh, that reminds me, I need to order Solent Ships flags. I'll see if I can remember to do that. Where did you post it, James? Is that in your chat? Ah, yes. Well, yes, that's a big one as well. So I remember seeing this one. That was being flown as well. I tell you what you can see. So people often ask. So you'll have 3 lights on top of the vessel, which means she's a clear channel vessel, constrained by her draft, and that'll be these. Quite know why there's a red and green there. So white, 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 3 whites. Shipmate Spike is going to be on Disney Wish as it arrives for the first time in 2027. You've already booked up Disney Wish. Gosh.
BTS, Hope Moonlight, western shelf outwards. And could you glance across the room, tell me which side for the ladder?
Home moonlight, BTS. Port out, please. Port out.
Thank you.
There's quite a few little boats up there. Somebody's passing by in their gin palace. See, now in the gin palace there has the more conventional red ensign. I'm not quite sure what's flying on the back of that yacht, though. That looks like a... Oh, there you go. There's a question for the vexology experts. What's flying on the back of that yacht, then? It looks like an England flag with the Union Jack in the corner.
Thank you.
VTS, all received, thank you.
Excellent speller. Monty posted the funny chat with the with the pilot. Yes, he was not best pleased, was he? I mean, that's probably added. To be in fairness to him, though, there was plenty of time. They could easily have got going. It's probably added to. It's probably added a half an hour or more to his journey, maybe 45 minutes. Shipmates James was a white ensign. Why are we flying a white ensign then? What's the significance of a white ensign? Members of the Royal Yacht Squadron Yacht Club. Yes, as I was thinking, this one looks like the Cows Yacht Club there. Hopefully I'll get to the cricket match. I'm not entirely convinced the cricket match is going ahead this year. I do hope so.
Falcon VTS traffic information. Vesuvius Hill heading for SO. Portside 2, SO number 2. Queen Mary 2, passing SO 1 out. And the Home Moonlight, Western Shalco. Queen Mary 2 is cleared channel.
Shipmate Spike says we're giving P&O and maybe MSC a go. Didn't really a year ago. Hang on. Are you going to do this one? Spike, you're going to give the MSC Meraviglia a go in June of 27? Christopher says it's the Royal Yacht. Royal Navy plus Royal Yacht Squadron. Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. Always something new to learn with flags, isn't there? James Dawson's filling in our little lesson here. The only ships entitled to fly a white ensign are the Royal Navy ships or vessels belonging to the Royal Yacht Squadron Club. There we go. I had seen them before. I just never really thought about it. But as we've been talking about flags, it just crossed my mind that why is that vessel flying that one? So there we go. There we know it's the Yacht Squadron. Royal Yacht Squadron over on the Isle of Wight. Looks like they're out having a bit of racing, I would think, by the looks of that.
Trader Southampton BTS received traffic information at the port approaching the Fort Up with Majestic Majestic Princess passenger ship.
Well, the shipmates, Jonah living with mental health. Very long username. Hi says, hi, what is the best cruise ship to travel on? Well, that's a very broad question there, shipmates. Not particularly easy to answer. It depends on your personal circumstances and what it is you'd want from a cruise ship. Best is a bit of a undescript terms. If you really want the best, I'd probably go on something like Crystal. They are very expensive cruises, but ultra luxury. I think there's more more Michelin-star restaurants on a Crystal cruise than anything else, but that might not be in your budget. If you do want to go on a cruise, just give Paul from Solent Ship Voyages a call, and he'll navigate you through all the different options. But there are many very high-end cruise ships. Cunard considered to be a good benchmark. Here in the ports of Southampton, I think if I had a cruise to choose next, I would like to go on the Oceania cruises. I've been on a few of their open days and I quite like them.
Majestic Princess ports out, thank you. Traffic information says here trader West Princess inward bound. After that, boarding at 18:15. 2.5 miles southeastern will be the Ardmore Endeavour.
But they are a little bit more expensive, the Oceania cruises, but everything's included, so it sort of swings and roundabouts. Jonah's travelling on the Sky Princess in April. Well, you've got a good choice there, the Sky Princess. It's a fairly middle of the road choice. Should fulfil all your basic requirements: entertainment, food, accommodation, everything you need. As long as it's going somewhere you want to go, of course.
BTS, Red Osprey, hook up.
Red Osprey hook out, thank you. Vesuvius, stop the North Channel.
Yeah, it's all copied. Yeah, once we're clear of her, we'll be exiting the channel.
Red Osprey, VTS, all copied, thank you.
It was a little bit choppy out there in the Solent. I can see that little catamaran there bobbing about. The Solent tends to get some odd chop in it for some reason. Hello there, Shipmate Bull Bus. Welcome aboard, Shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, it needs me to remind you this. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. Helps the channel out massively. Spreads the word. All the colourful beach huts there. And Cowshot's bit. Let's see, is there anyone on the beach today? Oh, there's a few people out there. A few shipmates there. The bell is delayed, just like I am. Shipmate Sean Beatties, how much would it cost to hire a beach hut? Do you know what? I don't think you can hire them as such. I believe they're all owned, they're owner occupied.
BTS, Glovis Sky.
So I don't think, unless someone can correct me,
Sky, VTS.
I don't think you can hire a beach hut. You have to buy them.
BTS, Glovis Sky on 44 berth, due away 1800, 23 plus 1 on board, 9.6 for Singapore.
Oh no, there is a website that you can find called beachhuts.com, and they have some listed in no, none in Cowshot.
Southampton VTS, that's all received, thank you.
There's one listed in Christchurch.
Confirm your PC part.
There's one listed in Christchurch called Hutty McHuckface. Yeah, no, none for hire on Cowshot that I can see. Good question, though. I thought about trying to hire one. Somebody's rather large sail going past. Clipper. Well, the shipmate Raymond Morris.
BTS, UM2, that's us approaching the hook buoy now. Take the main channel out to the east.
Queen 2, Southampton VTS received. Thank you. Traffic information next. There's a boarding at the nav tower, 1815, maybe slightly earlier, is the Ardmore Endeavour, southeast of the nav.
The Virtius. Versutius.
Unity ashore.
She's just tanker is just approaching Cowshot Spit as well. Probably see her shortly. Well, the shipmate Nicholas Orchard, isn't there a research vessel called Boating Boatface? No, the research vessel is something like I can't remember its name now. It's something like the what's that BBC famous wildlife presenter? Chap that does all the narration. Oh, David Attenborough. There we go. Shipmate James Orchard has just beat me to it. Yeah, there's David Attenborough. That was going to be called Boating Boatface, but they couldn't go with that because it sounds a bit silly. But instead, it has a submersible vessel on board. I think it's a submersible, and that's called Boating Boatface. In fact, I took a picture of it, I think, when I was down at Southampton. Let's see if I can find it. Actually been useful for a change. Yeah, I did take a picture. Well. So this is the this is the submarine that is on the RRS Sir David Attenborough, and this is what they called Boating Boatface, built by the National Oceanographic Centre here in the port of Southampton. Oh, we have a spinning circle of doom. What's going on there then? Oh, no, it's all working again now. Oh, with the shipmate Chupaz says Queen Mary 2.
Good evening there, Darcy, in regards to Wallenborg.
JFK bound. Yeah, she's on her way to New York. 7 days transatlantic, no stop.
Yeah, even to you, Sean. Yeah, everybody sends their regards on there.
And VTS, Vesuvius, what we call that hook buoy, and crossing over now. Port side 2S number 2.
Vesuvius, VTS all received, thank you. And the home moonlights at the Cadlin now.
That's it.
We should probably see the tanker. There we go. I was going to say, see the tanker any second, and there she is. There is the Vesuvius heading up to the Fawley Terminal. I was reading up about the Fawley Terminal the other day. How many barrels, I used the metric of barrel, how many barrels do you think Fawley Refinery produces a day? How about that? Here's a little question for you in the chat. A little trivia, today's trivia. Give me an idea what you might think. So there you go, there's the tanker. She's going to be turning behind the Queen Mary 2, heading over to Fawley. So how many barrels do you think the Fawley refinery produces in one day? I was reading up about it last night. Quite a large number. I'll give you that. It's quite a large number. I don't know if anyone's guessing. Oh, no, shipmate Sean said we'd say 80,000 barrels. Good guess. That's a good guess. You're not a million miles away. It's more than that, though. Eurovision fan is guessing 100,000. Getting better. Good guesses. I mean, I didn't have any idea at all when I was thinking about it. I thought, I don't really know how big a barrel of oil is. I know it's the metric they use. Deborah Speller says 50. No, definitely more than 50. Not 500 now. Oh, she's on going higher. No idea. Yeah. Yep, no, that's pretty much where I was. No idea. Well, a couple of guesses there aren't too bad. Sean Beatty and Eurovision fan. They are in the right sort of order. Leslie Taylor says 150,000. Raymond Morris says 200,000. Ah, now we're getting closer. Sussex Red Enthusiast 120,000. Well, it does vary. The output does vary from a Fawley refinery. But it's anywhere from 300,000 to 400,000 a day. So, shipmate Andrew there with 200,000. Yep, you're getting closer. I was quite impressed. I didn't realise that they produced so many barrels. So we've got the Red Osprey here, getting in our way, and then you've got the tanker getting in our way over here as well. Everyone's getting in each other's way today. Shipmate Doug Kershaw says 250,000. Yeah, that's getting there. Monty Burns says 325,000 a day would be my guess. Now I think you've been on Google. That's not a guess. That's accurate. But yeah, there's a lot of barrels, isn't it? That's why we see so many tankers coming and going. So early on we had the Herg Moonlight was held up by Queen Mary 2. The pilot not too happy about that. He said, really, do I have to wait? And that's the Herg Moonlight heading down Southampton water. There's the tanker heading up to the refinery. Well, they should make Sussex Red Enthusiasts. Do tankers load at 40? Yeah, unload and load. Unload and unload? Load and unload, yes. I think they pick up all sorts. Well, the shipmate Mark Atkins says, love watching Queen Mary 2 going out to sail. We sailed on her last year down to Spain and Portugal for a week. Our favourite ship, sorry, liner. People get offended. Yes, they do. Yes, they don't like it when you call Queen Mary 2 a cruise ship. She is a cruise liner. Shipmate Ray Morris says, how many cars will that fill, or cruise ships? Well, yes, I was thinking about doing the same thing. I was trying to work through it. So I'm not, because it's obviously barrel, because they take in crude oil and they put it through various different processes and make other products. So if it was 300,000 barrels of fuel, then it's going to run quite a lot, isn't it? How many litres are in a barrel? That's a good question. I had no idea. Got to be a couple of hundred, I think. $158 litres in a barrel. So that's 158 litres. So you're talking that's probably more. Just having a quick Google. Apparently the average global consumption of fuel is about 222 litres per person. So one barrel, a couple of barrels would last you a year. So 300,000 barrels would last you more than a lifetime. Well, the shipmate Wayner. He says, ahoy, stunning girl, ship alert. She's a beauty indeed, shipmate. Shipmate Sean Beatty says, Captain, silly question, what's the difference between a cruise ship and a cruise liner? Well, a cruise liner takes a line between destinations. So it goes from A to B and then from B to A. So Southampton to New York and then New York back to Southampton. And it's meant as a transport. It's also designed, also Queen Mary 2 is designed to go transatlantic because she's faster. She's got a speed of 30 knots, whereas most cruise ships have got a speed of 22 knots. And she's also designed to cope with the heavier seas of the Atlantic. So that's the sort of key feature differences. Other than that, really, it's just a bit, it's a bit pedantic. But that's the idea of an ocean liner, whereas all the cruise ships essentially go on a cruise, don't they? They just go around, they leave Southampton, go for a cruise down to Spain, round the Canaries and back again, which is more of a sort of cruise than a liner. That ship and Queen Mary 2 is the last. He's the only ocean-going liner at the moment that's in service. She is 22 years old. Yeah, 22 years old. And she had a lifespan of 40 years. And Paul from Solent Ships Voyages was on a Cunard talk a while back. And they said they fully intend to keep her for her operational life of 40 years. I'm guessing towards the end of that, they might decide if they need a replacement. Shipmate Wayne, I think, had to have a minimum speed. Yeah, I certainly think that's a very distinct. There's not many cruise ships that, like I say, virtually all cruise ships have got a speed of about 22 knots. Some are 23. I've seen the odd one that's got 24 or 25, but there's nothing out there that could do 30 like Queen Mary 2. It's definitely quite a bit faster. Shipmate Wayne says, oh, he has higher freeboard. That's right, yeah, higher freeboard, so higher sides. So the promenade deck, for instance, is a long way up. She's quite a tall ship as well. I don't know if you really gets that, but she's a very tall ship. She's tall and narrow compared to other ships.
Question, what was your last port of call, please?
So she's about the same length as Majestic Princess that left earlier, but she's 3 metres narrower. And it has less passengers on board and a bit narrow at top.
Response Olivia, Southampton VTS received. Thank you. Question, maximum saltwater draft.
Oh yeah, Shipmate Wayne has a much higher fretboard. Strumming away as she travels across the Atlantic.
A number of crew, please.
Well, Shipmates.
Question, yes.
I hope you enjoyed that one. I shall be returning somewhen. What day is it today? Tuesday. Possibly tomorrow. Let's have a quick look. What's on tomorrow? Let's have a look what we got coming in tomorrow. I think it's just one tomorrow. Memory serves me. Yes, just have the Aurora tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Thursday, Celebrity Apex at 4 o'clock. Friday, 2 at Friday, both at 5 o'clock. The Liberty of the Seas Borealis. Saturday, 2. Sunday, 2. And then Monday, 2 as well. But principally the Disney Dream at 5 o'clock. If you're into your Disney ships, that'll be the one for you. Right, shipmates, hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. I do need to head to the galley. I seem to be getting hungry. Shipmate James Dawson. I should have just asked James Dawson. He's the mine of technical information there. There's also someone asked earlier about why what's the cruise liner cruise ship. I'd forgotten about this. The shipmate James Dawson reminds me that Queen Mary 2 is the only modern ship that was given an exemption on the SOLAS regulations. That's the basically the health and safety at sea regulations. To have a higher freeboard for lifeboats. They're 25 feet above the waterline instead of 15 feet. You can see there's a good shot there of the lifeboats. You can see they're a long way up the vessel, whereas normally they're quite lower down. Well, I'm going to head to the galley, but I shall continue. Also keep the camera, or Swifty will keep the camera on Queen Mary 2. So I hope you enjoyed that with Shipmates. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. And if you are subscribed, many thanks for your support. And if you're a PayPal donor, a Patreon, or a member of the channel, many thanks for your continued support. And of course, thanks to Blue Spanner crew for being in this chat, helping me with the numbers. Very good of you there, Blue Spanners, as always, and also all the others. Right then, Shipmates. Till next time.
BTS, Hogue Moonlight, hook outwards, main channel to the east.
Moonlight BTS received traffic information, boarding in the next 10 minutes or so, south-southeast of the nav tower. It's the Ardmore Endeavour.
Aye.
So Max BTS received, thank you.